He was training with kids in elementary school. That's who he was training with. This dude I saw out here training with adults getting violated. Beep. But he on Team Talent. This nigga Luffy out here, with no kids. But he on hard work or he in the middle. Get your fat ass out of here.
Yeah. I know that you gon' say cause you need something real, for real.
Boom! We back with another one. Another one. That's 3 another ones. Well, anyway.
It is the third one we're doing, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's the third one.
Well, that should be 4.
But anyway.
Another ones.
And
Shut
another-
up, it's 3, nigga.
Anyway, we here again with these couple of few dudes, the creative dudes, reactive dudes, whatever the dudes.
You did too much. We can't let him talk for too long. I apologize, guys. But anyway, y'all know what it is. We back again.
Fuck you, man. Go ahead.
You know what it is. You see the crew. You should already know. If y'all saw the first 2 videos, my boy Mark, Trevor,
What's goody, guys?
and we back again with the Team Hard Work, Team Talent, and today we got Shonen favorite son,
Monkey D Luffy.
Monkey D motherfucking Luffy.
Jesus, that's not his name.
My bad. Monkey D Goat Luffy.
Oh my gosh.
Man, listen, we're not gonna go into this with you and your Luffy boy. We know you a fanboy. Alright, hurry up, man. Come on.
They saw the Goku video. Don't start
Hey, you
about
guys,
fanboy.
let's go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So to get us started once again, for the people that this might be your first video, we're gonna ask my son Mark over here to tell us the criteria for Team Talent.
He even know it himself.
Alright, so for Team Talent,
You look tired as fuck saying that.
Team Talent is people with inherited power that's a lot more powerful than other characters in their respective world. Given power, Aspos, and what was the last name? And luck. Yeah, luck. That's it.
So we just gonna dodge what actual talent is? A natural ability that you get comes natural to you.
Along with that too, but in anime terms, yeah.
You did for one. For one of them, you was
Well, I
like,
think
if
it's the first one.
Yeah, he said if it comes natural to you.
Okay, yeah, so that's talent.
So Trevor, tell them the criteria for Team Hard Work.
Simple training. Just go through hard work. Get the grind in. That's it.
Makes sense to me.
That's it.
Who wanna start it off? Team Luffy, where he fall?
That's
Where my boy fall in?
You want to go?
Go ahead if you want to.
Listen, I love Luffy. Luffy's one of the greatest characters of all time. Let me just say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is like, we got Naruto, we got Goku, we got Luffy, we got Ichigo, we got them niggas at the top. Maybe Natsu, we don't know. But anyway, let's give that man his flowers. But he's on Team Talented! Team Talented! Yes! Thank you.
What the hell? I guess initial statements don't need explanations. Trevor, where you putting Luffy? At least initially, before we dive into it.
I would agree.
I said Team Talented? Yeah.
I might agree. I might put in Team Talented. Do I have to explain or?
Nah, initially we're gonna get into it later. Mark,
I would say he's in the middle.
is in the middle. I got my son Team Hard Work. Team Hard Work. So we already talked about 2 people. Now we're talking to Luffy. He got his fruit, gave him the power of rubber, but we saw when he first got it, he couldn't do anything with it. He couldn't stretch. None of his tricks he couldn't do. He literally had to train for everything, and that took him 10 years to get it to the level that we saw him when he entered the show. That gave him high level of mastery of his devil fruit. From that, he basically cruised through the East Blue, went to the Grand Line. Sabaody happened. Two more years of training to get the basics of hockey. And then after that, Udon trained again for hockey and Udon.
That's the current arc,
It's
right?
over for you, bro.
This is the current arc, right? Udon.
Yeah, trained again for Udon.
Just letting y'all know, he had said something to me when I got here, and because of that, it just messed up his entire point. It's all over.
I gotta
for
wait
you,
to see
bro.
this shit.
So anywho,
Take
from
note
what
of
I
what he's
said,
saying. Take note.
from the abilities the fruit gave him, he couldn't do anything with it. He had to train for all of that,
Okay.
and then
Take note.
went to sea for
How long he
approximately
trained
a
for
year.
that again? You said 10 years?
It was 10 years of him
Alright.
10 years.
Then his 2 years time skip with Haki, and then Udon. All of that, not to mention before even the fruit with Garp being his granddad, beating his ass. That puts my boy in Team Hard Work, at least
No,
for
it
me.
don't. No, it don't.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
it
not.
Alright, fans. If for y'all who don't know, there's a show called Naruto. And in that show, there's a character called Asura. When I got here, I was like, I would put him on Team Hard Work because they literally stated that he went through grueling years of hard work and dedication. He said, this guy right here, said that no, he would put him in Teen Talent. You want to know why he said that? Because at the very end, the sage gave Asura powers. At the very end, Asura got powers from his father. He said that Asura, the character from Naruto, got powers from his father, so he gonna put him on Teen Talent, and it was good powers too. So I'm like, okay, you heard what he said. Luffy got powers from eating vegetables, from eating a fruit, He didn't do nothing. He just he got powers that what made him invulnerable to bullets, physical attacks, all that.
I put Luffy in the middle. The reason why I put him in
course
the
you
middle,
do.
the reason why I put him in
That's
the middle
motherfucker.
is because yes, one, he didn't work hard to get the power, right? He
This
just
shit
ate the
about to be
fruit.
a mess.
That's how he gained the power, right? But at the end of the day, like he said, and I didn't know this before, he literally trained for 10 years because yes, he got the power, but he couldn't even do anything. So whether he just stole the power or he was born with it, he didn't know how to use it anyway, right? Right? He then had to literally train to learn because like he said, he couldn't even stretch a finger. He couldn't stretch nothing. He was basically as if he was human. Yeah, he probably would have still been like...
He could say it right. He could stretch. He couldn't do it on control. Say it right, little nigga.
Well, anyways, right? And then he learned to basically like master how to stretch his body and all that.
Wow.
Do some attacks and all that stuff, right?
Do what attacks? Like, say it for the fans. What attacks did he learn?
Why you hating?
Say it
Why
for
you
the
hating?
fans.
Yo,
How what attacks
No.
did he learn, yo? Say it for the fans. What attacks did he learn?
my God.
one time. All right, number one, the shit with his fingers.
What is
the
that?
little net shit?
Yeah.
His
Gatling.
Oh, he learned how to
shit.
punch.
Okay.
He learned how to
Alright,
punch.
but it's still attacks in the anime.
Wow.
It's still attacks.
What else did you want him to do?
He blows up his
Wow.
fist. He
Hold on.
blows up
What
his
else did you
body.
want
You know how he got some third gear? What he do for third gear? He blows air into his thumb. This nigga is really hard working. He's really hard working.
What else do you want him to
Oh,
do?
get out of here, son.
I'm asking you a question. What else do you want him to do?
Go through the mud. Go through the mud. Go through the mud.
Wait, that would be his version of going through the mud.
Yo,
He had to,
move.
he had to
Yo.
learn how to use his powers.
Wait, why don't you say your point?
Nah, check this out.
Wait, I'm
What
not
you
done
say?
yet.
You know who he was training with?
Let me
Kids. Kids. He was training with kids in elementary school. That's who he was training with. This dude Asura out here training with adults getting violated. Beep, beep, beep. But he on Teen Talent. This nigga Luffy out here. Ooh, with little kids. But he on hard work or he in the middle? Get your fat ass out of here.
He trained. At the end of the day, I'm just
Those
saying.
little kids
nah,
could beat adults. And they was
What
fighting
adults, bro?
The adults from the scrapyard. They were
Bro,
Ace
bro,
and
you
Saba
go
was
back and you watch that shit.
Ace
bro, I
and Saba
swear.
was the strongest two people.
Do you
there.
know who he fought? He was beating up fucking people in the bar that was
Bro,
drunk.
just ask your fans. Just ask your fans. Name the people that Ace defeated when he was a little kid. Name them.
They're a bunch of no-names.
Name
They
them.
are.
Name them.
Oh,
Name them. Name them.
he's gonna stay here for the rest
Name
of the
them.
video.
You see, you can't name
It
them.
was just regular adult. He said you just mentioned them being kids. They were kids capable of fighting the adults. And hold on, you gonna mention the no names, and then later on you gonna bring up Luffy beating more no names to say that's something bad. When you're gonna say the
But they
no
were
names are beating
established.
that.
Those no names you're saying, at that time we was watching, there was established pirates when this nigga was not an established pirate. He just got to see the 10 years of training that he did. From that point on, like I said earlier, when he set out to sea and all that extra shit, right? From the point he set out to sea to the point before he entered the Grand Line, he was beating Arlong, running through them niggas. Arlong, all them, what the the nigga, the cat nigga. I don't know what that nigga name. Whatever.
The lady that had Kobe prisoner.
That fat lady, whatever the case.
You just brought up nobody.
No.
You
But
gonna
check
bring
this
up
out. But
Alvita?
no, I'm saying they're established pirates.
I
That's
was
Buggy.
gonna-
Even though Buggy's a clown, literally he's a clown. But even though he's that, the nigga can still fight. He can still fight. The going ass, he can still fight. He then learned that the nigga was rolling with Raja and all them niggas back then and whatever the case would be. But he's a kid. The 10 years of experience, what we see Luffy. First of all, check this out. I'm not even gonna go into that. Check this out. You have, at least we can point from Naruto, Goku, maybe Ichigo. Yeah, Ichigo. At least we can point to like certain things that they train for, right? When they get stumbled or whatever the case may be, they either go back to train or develop new moves or whatever. With Luffy, we have not have that. He said he mastered his technique. Mastered his devil fruit, but he didn't. What he did?
He trained with a kid.
He changed with a kid.
And he learned how
through
to
that 10
punch.
years, throughout that 10 years, what was it? It was him learning how to control his death fruit a little better or better.
Yeah, how
Than
to
what
shut
he
Nigga, he has
did.
high mastery of his devil fruit.
Okay, high master, but he hasn't mastered it. That's my point.
You're only
But
saying that
listen-
because he don't have awakening.
No, but listen to what I'm saying.
He
Listen to
can
what I'm
literally
saying.
do
Listen to
anything
what I'm
with his
saying.
devil fruit.
But
They
listen-
Go ahead,
That's what I'm saying though.
Uh-huh.
When you say master, you give us like a whole fucking argument and shit like that going in on us with UI and all these mastery but not mastery, which yeah, the way they said it, we said they master it, whatever the case, but then they say you mastery. Alright, cool, say that, right? We said that shit was some bullshit type shit.
Yeah,
a little bit,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the case will be, right? With this instance now, right?
Uh-huh.
This nigga, we supposedly thinking, oh yeah, he has high control of his devil fruit, yes, but that doesn't equate for this nigga geared to whatever. Okay, I'm thinking about this shit, boom. Oh, I'm rubber. I'm a pump blood to my
Why
fin,
not?
but, because when he has not even trained for the move, he thought about it. Then he looked, and a part of the move was also the speed. And he looked at somebody else and then copied it. He literally said in the
What did he
episode.
copy?
He literally said in the episode. He copied Zoro or whatever that shit
No,
is
I
called.
think the name of the movie is so.
And so, when you speed or whatever the case is.
Shave,
He literally, shave, I'm bugging, shave. I'm spinning. But anyway, this nigga was like, oh, where do you learn that shit for whatever? How the hell this nigga able to do? What is that? Boom, 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 boom. Nigga said, oh, I just looked at you and I copied. And what he did, he fucking laughed. So you have that gear too. Never trained for whatever, but we know that shit take a toll on his body, whatever the case is, right? But he never trained or try to practice or implement the shit to a little,
Just keep going.
just to get used to the move or the technique or the form, whatever you want to call it, right? Gear 3, whatever. Alright, Gear 3, I give you with you just blow his hands up, whatever the case may be. But throughout the show, they have not shown this nigga train. All the nigga did was eat, sleep. That's it. At least we saw Zoro train.
Alright, but look.
Matter of fact, you go first.
At the same time though, the fact that the whole before the time skip, it was only like what you said, 2 months or
Nah,
was it just a few
before
months?
it
I'm
was
talking
like,
about
It
before
wasn't
the time.
that
almost like a
yeah,
year.
yeah. Before the time skip, it wasn't even a full year. So all the different characters he fought they were some were more and more powerful, but it was just like because One Piece is like ability based. That's why I'm saying like I could kind of see if you look at like Dragon Ball Z, all the niggas, the next character is they may have some new abilities, but for the most part they're just stronger and stronger and stronger. With One Piece,
They had no new
with One Piece they just have different. They just have different.
Y'all niggas mad at each other.
They definitely do. I'm just saying. But with One Piece, they have different types of abilities. Like the
He
type.
said in Z they had new abilities.
Yeah, they did.
Who?
Cell could come back from nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Niggas before couldn't do that.
Who?
Boo swallowing niggas, turning niggas to
turning niggas to
candy. Niggas before wasn't doing that. I'm just saying.
Well,
Alright,
he said,
so shut up!
He said abilities. That's one. That's one each.
Alright, but look.
That's one each.
But look.
This nigga got by for one
This
each.
book has mad abilities, but we're not even gonna talk about that. Alright, so
in the list.
So look, right? What was I saying? So like, for example, we have the tiger looking nigga. I don't know his name.
Lucci.
That he fought, and then you have crocodile. You have smoke. All these niggas, yes, they're powerful, and they're powerful in that world.
Yeah.
But Luffy beat them not just through just being stronger and stronger. It was just his tech. It's just like being like
Yes, his
using strategy. To beat them and just like some of them like even
That's strategy
Enderu,
more
he
than
beat them mainly because of the fact that his lightning and the nigga is rubber, it don't go together. So
So
that's
he
why
trained
I'm
for
saying No, he didn't train for that, but I'm just saying
what
it
are you
works
talking
in,
about?
it works in
How
his
does that-
favor.
How does that work in his favor? Explain.
Because of the fact that it's two elements that cancel out. You don't need to
Wait,
train
what?
for that.
If you're saying
Yeah,
the
you're
argument
like-
is if
you're
he's on
like-
hard work or
It's
not.
Hold on,
No,
no.
but I'm
I
saying-
asked him this earlier. Enru being lightning, how does that put Luffy closer to hard work or team talent in any way, shape, or form?
Because it's luck.
It doesn't give
Oh, I see what you're saying.
luck towards Goku. He got lucky with the baby. He got lucky with
Because
absorbing
we
the.
all know he would have died.
Hold on. He got lucky with the baby being there to give him the numbers he needs to go God. He got lucky with somehow the spirit bomb just getting absorbed by him. Luffy got lucky with, yes, his rubber counters Enel, but he didn't get a power up. He didn't get a power boost. He didn't, other than them canceling out, Luffy had no other benefit. So how does that push Luffy from hard work or team talent in any way? Goku got a power up from his luck. Luffy didn't. So how does that factor in here?
What are you talking about? How does this factor in?
You're trying to say he got lucky.
No, we just
When
said-
we bring
no,
up
no, no.
luck, we're talking
Luck.
about you got luck
Okay,
and that
luck.
luck led to a power up or somehow to help your...
Luck doesn't have to do with no power up, whatever the case.
I'm
is.
talking about in this instance for this argument.
Okay, but in this instance in the argument, we said luck was a factor in playing into talent, right? For the anime
Okay, so-
discussion we having, right? I said
Explain.
for the luck for Enri because we saw what Enri was capable of doing. He was not running through niggas like it was nothing. He
Right.
fucked up Zoe, he fucked up Robbie, he fucked
True.
up everybody. The only person that was there was fucking Luffy.
Right.
And the one shit we was like, oh, this nigga about to get fucked up. Oh, okay, I'm rubber. That shit just negated. That nigga was like, what? That nigga
That
opened his
makes-
fucking mouth out. What are you talking
That
about?
makes
That
Luffy-
shit played a role in
I
him
mean,
defeating him.
not-
A big role. He had
yes.
nothing in his arsenal that could have fucking like made this nigga vulnerable or whatever the case may be. Other than his devil fruit.
True.
That's luck.
That puts him, once again, with... I still don't see how that puts him on team hard work or talent.
Because he wasn't supposed to win that fight. He was given that
Very
shit.
true, but how did that help Luffy go be like...
He
he's
wasn't
not on-
supposed to win that fight. He was given it.
I
Plot.
ask you. I don't see how that's a bad thing, but once again, how does this push the argument from one side or another? For like Goku, I can be like, he got lucky. The baby was a tool to give him a power boost.
And that's valid.
This was
He said
just
that.
like a random thing. Go ahead.
Luck has nothing to do with talent or hard work. It's just luck.
No, that's what
No,
we
no,
have
like,
for
but-
the word name. Like they put that in.
I
for,
didn't
like,
make it up. Somebody else did.
In this
Yeah, that was
argument,
it was all based on a word name.
It's
It
based
was
on-
Still has
some
nothing to do
dude.
with
no,
talent.
no, but in this argument, in some animes, like some things, you can be like, you got a, like Goku, he got lucky and got a power up.
Still has nothing to do with talent.
By the way, that's Emmanuel right there behind this. If y'all hearing like a voice somewhere there.
Yeah. He didn't want to be in the camera, so
He's camera shy.
easy bad.
I'm not camera shy.
Easy
He's
Bateable
not
family
camera shy.
too.
Oh, I thought-
But anywho, so back to the question: how does that? Once again, I'm just asking for an explanation. How does this push the argument from one side to another?
What you mean? That's like
Okay,
me saying.
Because it has
basically
nothing to
saying-
do with talent or hard work.
Exactly.
But that's the criteria we put in. That's
No,
that's
I'm
really
saying-
why.
Okay,
Listen,
once again, the
check
criteria
this out,
does
but
not
check
give
this
him
out,
a
but no,
power
listen to what I'm
boost in any
saying.
way.
But listen to what I'm saying. You keep focusing on the power boost. I'm not talking about that in that aspect. I'm speaking from the fact that like, yo, if you have, for instance, like Kaido now, right? If Kaido that fade now, we know this nigga's this grand nigga, mad strong, mad powerful, whatever the case may be, right? And then Luffy just walked in the war, and then for the struck of luck, whatever the case may be, like one little shit just let's just say divine intervention probably. Like this nigga just his hockey did some shit in his fucking or his devil fruit did something that counted him, and that nigga got knocked out throughout the whole shit. You gonna look at that and be like, oh yeah,
I'm
that
gonna be like, that's
motherfucker-
complete bullshit.
bullshit and fucking luck.
So,
Luck in
and
the
now
aspect of
being-
him, he beat him like you have this nigga
And
who
now
came
being-
from
and
the
now being-
weakest sea, the
So
nigga
did
you said was
Roger.
but listen
So
what I'm
did
saying.
Roger.
But Roger got established. We still never know what Roger did. We saw Luffy. We never saw Roger. We saw a little glimpse of Roger. We never saw Luffy.
I mean, he started from somewhere. You think he just came out?
Okay,
the
but
boom?
we have
King of the Pirates.
we're following a nigga who's trying to become the king of the pirates, right? He
Uh-huh.
ate a devil fruit. Even though he trained to what you call it, he was still had the rubbish shit or whatever the case. He was still granted durability, all that shit. He didn't have to train for durability. He developed it. He developed durability, but he still had durability. He was more durable than any other fucking human that was there because of the devil fruit. Is that in the fact?
True.
All right. Those shit was given to him from the devil fruit, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, he's training with kids. No masters or nothing. Kids. 10 years with kids. His grandfather dropped him in the jungle. the little glimpse of shit that we have is a little bit of gag or whatever the case may be. That's what we going on, right?
None of that was gag.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The certain parts of it, like it came off like it was just a funny type of training type shit, right? I'm not putting a knock on it. I'm just saying, right?
You literally are.
I'm saying because the eye test I'm looking at, like you're watching that, and because we're judging his character if he's hardworking, whatever the case may be, or he should be in team hard work or whatever, right? So now you have the training that he did, right? The 10-year training with kids.
Yes,
That's what it
sir.
is, kids. Now he left pirate, right? We know all these niggas that he fought is established pirates. Established pirates. We know he has not mastered his Devil Fruit, right?
Sure.
Right? Just play with y'all. But anyway, but we know he has not mastered his Devil Fruit. One example I could give for Zoro for another team crewmate on the ship is Zoro. We know Zoro been training from when he was a kid.
Right.
And we know Zoro, even though you would bring up the point that it's not within a year, whatever, it's still like a short time, even though the episode's going back like running on and whatever, it's still like it's not within that year, right?
Okay.
We have seen Zoro trained. Even though he mastered, well, even master or no master, we know that he with his 3 sword sides, he's the only one that we know do it, whatever the case is, right? And he is doing it to a point where we can literally say that this nigga, if anybody was to do it, he would be the number 1 nigga in 3 sword side, right?
I mean, he made it up.
Alright, whatever. Just keep it in motion. But he has continued to train. That's my point. He has continued to train. His own crewmate, we've seen either lifting weights, doing his sword shit, whatever the case would be. We have seen glimpses of that. All we've seen is Luffy up until the
2-year time skip.
the 2-year time skip as eat, sleep, repeat.
All right.
Think.
And if he was to,
That's it.
okay, cool. If he was to ask me, team hard work more, I put both of them team hard work. Zoro would obviously be more of team hard work because he has the training as a kid. We saw him train more, and he's just always training. But you said a lot, so now I'm gonna eat. Going back, you keep bringing up the kids. Them kids. They started off when Luffy was 7, Ace was 3 years older. Them kids, because they was fighting each other 50 times a day. Well, let's not say every day, but that's what they said, every day. That was their training, and we also saw them fighting wild tigers and bears and a bunch of crazy shit. And with the bum-ass but still grown-ass adults, they were fighting. Ace left to sea 3 years before Luffy.
Yeah.
Ace, they didn't even show Ace in the East Blue. So that kid left East Blue and went, for what we know, went straight to the fucking New World. Ace did that shit in under a year. Was in the New World, meeting Shanks and all that shit. As a kid, so I don't know where you would put Ace, but Ace obviously was strong as fuck, and Luffy was fighting him for at least 7 years, 50 times a day. And then we already see what Sabo is, but we couldn't get to see Sabo growth because we know Sabo's story. You brought up Arlong, Don Krieg, Alvida, and fucking Buggy. The niggas Luffy beat in the East Blue. One Piece
That's
has...
just the East Blue. I never went
Yeah,
to the
I'm just
Grand
saying.
Line.
I'm making points. Mihawk, someone that matters in the show, that's a top dog, pulled up, and when he was fighting Zoro, he stated, I don't care about none of y'all East Blue niggas. This is the weakest sea. Your reputation in East Blue means nothing to me. We then saw Arlong try to go to the Grand Line, and so what happened to him? Nigga got smacked up. He was like, I'm gonna take my dumb ass to the East Blue where I could become somebody. Don Krieg tried. That nigga got to the entrance and got fucked up. Him and his 50 fleets. One nigga fucked him up. He came back like, nah, nigga, I ain't fucking with that shit. I'm going back to East Blue where I mean something. These niggas capped. The show already told us the East Blue is the weakest sea of the 4, and these are the niggas there. Luffy now in the upcoming is not like he's fighting some crazy. We saw what happened when he met the real niggas. So him, the 10 years of him mastering his Devil Fruit and training with Ace and Sabo, yes, that gave him enough power to beat the East Blue bums, because that's really what it, none of them niggas means nothing. He got to the Grand Line. As my son Mark said, the first person he met was Crocodile. The argument that Crocodile was stronger than Luffy. They fought 3 times. Crocodile won twice. Then with NL, it was just the fruit counter. He got lucky, but that doesn't have nothing to do with him working hard or training. It doesn't cause a factor. He just got lucky. Shit worked out for him that NL being lightning, even though NL was like way stronger than him, should have won. His fruit canceled out NL just like a Smoker and Ace. Ace should be way stronger than Smoker, but fire and smoke just cancel each other out. There's nothing, I don't see how that adds to the argument. After that, they came back down. He got smoked by an admiral. Then the next big fight was Rob Lucci, where he needed Gear 2. From 10 years of we seeing Luffy not able to stretch at all, he couldn't do any of his tricks. Ace called his fruit useless. 10 years of mastering all that. When he got to no, Arlong Park, we saw, well, we already know, we had an argument of how creative Luffy is. Obviously, he came up with all his techniques, his gatling, his whip, everything he does, he came up with him. Luffy is a creative person. He saw the guy pinwheel hat. He just saw it. He's like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Made himself into a big ass pinwheel, showing his mastery and his creativity with his fruit. Now he fought Aokiji. He lost. He's like, I'm gonna keep meeting people like that. From then, this is probably like before he got to Water 7. He's like, I'm thinking of new ways to fight with my body and my devil fruit that I done had for 10 years, and I went from nothing to now all these things I could do with it. He then comes up, yes, he didn't have to train for it because it's his body. He's thinking of new ways to use his body. He comes up with Gear 2. With Gear 2, it gave him, it's like a stamina boost. Your adrenaline is like fucking taking steroids. You don't have to train to take steroids. You pop a pill, you know what's gonna happen. Or like fucking pre-workout, you know what's gonna do to you. And when he did it, he couldn't control it. His stamina was drained extremely quickly after the Rob Lucci fight. He couldn't move at all. And it was like roll over, fall into the sea. He was like, I can't move at all. And then Gear 3 is just him blowing air into his skin. Once again, he just has to think, blow air, make it bigger, it's gonna be strong. That was not enough to fight anybody real in the show. From then, he needed to go train again for 2 years. And then after that is when he became Luffy. Somebody relatively.
All that shit. Boom, yes.
From all that, what we have is 10 years of mastering a devil fruit. Mm-hmm. And then him using his cleverness would go to his talent to get Gear 2 and Gear 3. And then there's a whole 2 years of a time skip to become like mid-level decent so he could come fight against the real people of the show. And then now against the real top tiers, he needed another 2 weeks of training to learn Conqueror's Haki to put him on that level. All of that said, he's team hard work to me.
How does fucking Ace and what's his name give you mastery of your fucking fruit like that?
And
when you're not
again,
trained for that
for
shit.
your master
The
argument,
little information we have is the little shit that be going when Ace even bullying him a little bit or tie him up to the fucking tree and you giggling and laughing. There's nothing, bro. We could pull out shit for Goku, right? Even though we have different,
I could pull out stuff for Luffy too.
But even though we have different opinions on Goku, whatever the case, we could pull out instances.
Huh? Goku trained with masters.
This is my another point for that.
He trained with masters and he
on.
trained also by himself, right? With Luffy, the thing is like, yo, you'd say he's high level mastery of fruit, but the thing is like, there's little information. Yes, they stand, but there's little information to show why this motherfucker is like this advanced or whatever, why he's running through these niggas like that. Unless we could point to like, yo, he's just gifted or talented also on top of that with his fruit.
And Naruto needed Jiraiya to teach him Rasengan. And he needed Kakashi to help him with Rasen Shuriken because these are jutsus. And in Naruto, jutsus have requirements. Naruto don't know these requirements. He needed a scroll to teach him the requirements of multi-shadow clone. He needed Jiraiya to teach him the requirements to Rasengan. What did Luffy need a master for? This is his devil fruit that he don't know who had the devil fruit before him. There's no one that can teach him about his devil fruit. These niggas just had the devil fruit.
You're not saying
he eats it. It's not like even like Sabo, where Ace is dead, but at least he had somebody that we could hypothetically go ask for help. What is these masters gonna do for Luffy and the devil fruit? This is his devil fruit that no one has. Why does he need a master?
We're not saying with the devil fruit.
Yeah, cool, but answer my question. Why would he need a devil fruit?
That's not my point.
What's your point?
Okay, now why the fuck is he training with? Oh, if he doesn't need them, why the fuck is he training with them niggas?
With who?
With his brothers or whatever. Why are you training them?
He was training to become stronger.
Why?
To set sail.
To set sail, right?
Yeah.
That's my point. He's training with kids to take down Arlong, fucking Don Creed, the niggas who actually went there and got their ass beat to run back to the fucking East Blue. And guess what? Luffy like, oh shit, nigga, I can fuck you up and I go to
What
East
you
Blue.
want me to say? Luffy is talented enough to train for 10 years and beat Don Creed? Yes, he is.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes, he is.
This is what I'm saying. He still struggled with Don Creed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he still struggled with bums.
This is my point. He still struggle with points, but yeah, he could fucking go toe to toe. There's nothing that changed his fucking power level. Or not power level, I'm sorry. His skill set. There's nothing that changed his skill set that you could point to unless you could bring that fucking shit up and show me what changed this nigga's skill set to make him compete with other niggas before the time skip.
Gear 2.
Oh, Gear 2.
Yes.
So he was struggling with Don Creed, the niggas you call nothingness, but yet he could stand up to fucking Rob Lucci. Oh my goodness. Give that motherfucker a medal. Give him a medal. Give him a medal.
Hold on. All right.
He had, listen, you just said he struggled with bums. But yeah, he went from bums to taking on who? CP fucking 9. Oh my goodness. But there was nothing in between that gap to show this motherfucker was training.
You're right.
At all.
Because he didn't have to. This is his body and Luffy
That's
fighting
my
you.
point.
He still had 10 years before that.
We had to wait till the fucking time. I mean, not
What
time
does
skip,
that have
not
to
time
do with
skip.
anything?
Ace debt to find out. Oh yeah, he was doing. You try to hype up this 10-year fucking time skip. 10-year training. But when we actually saw the glimpse of the training, oh, that shit is rigorous.
So that means it didn't happen?
It is rigorous.
I mean,
That's funny to me, bro.
Fighting 2 people 50 times a day do sound rigorous to me. Dude can't do that shit.
And then you also got him blessing with the explain that the king shit,
Explain what?
the king hockey and all that shit.
Conqueror's Haki?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has Conqueror's Haki.
He has conqueror's hockey, and he had all 3 what the observation.
Yes. Everybody has 2, and some rare people have the 3rd, Conquerors, and he has all 3. Same with Zoro. Any, you got anything else to say?
I got nothing else to say, man.
If Asura is teen talent, Luffy is definitely teen talent.
Wait, what?
If Asura is teen talent.
From what I know about that nigga, I'm just gonna, cause I don't even know what that shit. You got anything else to say? Nah. Alright, so we just gonna wrap it up. Y'all just heard us go back at it. Y'all niggas just stayed quiet the whole time.
I didn't even know, like, this shit. It's actually kind of tough.
Yeah, so everybody just gonna give their final verdict, and we gonna call this one a day.
Keep that nigga on team talent.
I'm gonna start with. Shut your
Oh,
ass.
sorry.
I'm gonna start with you, Mark. After all that, what you got? Where you got Luffy?
I would say Team Hard Work because of the fact that yes, he got Conqueror's Haki, and yes, he got the Devil Fruit, which on the base level made him stronger than everybody within, which made him stronger within his respective world. Can I finish? Yeah, man, rude. But at the end of the day, like he said, like he did train. Like I said, like when I see the fights, a lot of the fights, it doesn't necessarily require you to be like when you think back at it. It's just beating them based on like some of it is luck, like the shit canceling out. Some of it is just him, just figuring out, like for example, like their weaknesses and shit like that. So it wasn't like where he just got mad powerful from nothing. And like we said, he does train for all his shit. So I would say like I would say Team Hard Work.
Thank you, Mark. Trevor.
Yo, bro.
Trevor.
What do you?
Alright, bro. Yo.
This is his
he
final.
say-
Trevor.
Yo, bro, my son say he trained for every day. Yeah, every day. My son forgot the eating session he did to get his powers. My nigga ate him.
We already established
It
that.
don't matter. There's that. And plus,
That's just how the world works. Stop being a dickhead.
and plus, I'm still keeping on Teen Time because most of his fights he won off of his creativity, which he got he's talented. He never trained to become creative and all that stuff. So he's very talented and stuff. Yes, he still has trained hard a lot, but then it did make a good point. After he was struggling with bums, then he just jumped from bums to facing someone who was the leader of the CP9 and stuff. So there's that and all that. And that he did that off of his thinking. So I'm gonna keep it in teen talent and all that. So as of right now, maybe later on the anime may change my mind because it still has years and years to go. But but as of right now, I'm gonna keep him in teen talent.
Dylan.
Alright. Like I said earlier, that nigga ain't team talent. I'm sorry. There's nothing that could change my mind right now, like he said, until they show me more shit, whatever. Because looking at the eye test, I already said that. When I look at him, I don't see fucking Team Hard Work. The nigga, they showed him goofing off, eating, whatever the case may be. And the little glimpse that they showed him training, the 2-year time skip, with the exception of the 2-year time skip, and the little John where they showed him and his brother. They goof around a little bit, then they train and shit like that, tiger shit, whatever, boom, boom. I'm like, alright, boom. That's not enough to me to put this nigga over there. That's how I feel about that shit. That's my shit.
That's exactly very much enough for me to put him over there. Because no matter what he said, if you watch the time skip, you saw that Ace and Sabo was both stronger than Luffy. You saw him struggling to keep up with these two people that's stronger than him. That's like 7 years of struggling to keep up. That's going to get you stronger. All of that was like 7 years before Ace left. In totality, that's 10 years of Luffy training to master his Devil Fruit, at sea for about a year, and another 2 years to master Haki, the basics of Haki. Then got all that. Then he got training in Udon. For me, yes, Luffy is talented. Yes, Luffy is very creative.
I can't believe I'm
Yes, a lot of
saying
this is
bro.
ability based, but for me, all of that is just enough for me to put Luffy in Team Hard Work.
Alright, boom. That's it for today, guys. Catch us in another video.
Thank you for watching. Leave your comments. Let us know. You know my boy Team Hard Work.
We leave it up to y'all.
You know he's a
we
Team
leave
Hard
it up
Work.
to y'all.
But you know, put it in the comments.
I ain't even know to y'all. You on team.
Alright.
I'm playing.
We out.